new shit they got going on. Wow, 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 what's going on? There's something new here. We got something new going on here. What they got new going on here with this little setup here? What's happening, y'all? What's happening? Hopefully everybody get the notification, man. We can get it on. Let's get it on. Hopefully everybody's having a great start today to today day. You know, so grand rising to everybody. You have people who starting work, people who's about to get off work, and everything else. What's up, Mike Rim? I'm up here checking out this little different layout on StreamYard, man. Pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Prize fighter, my brother in the building. Yo, Prize, what's up, brother? STN in the building. We doing great things, and that's my brother B3 say, let's work, and we working. And we are working, and we working in this fight weeks, ladies and gentlemen. And this is one of the most anticipated fight cards and one of the most firing back and forth conversations in 2025 in all boxing. Didn't expect for the people to be turned up for this event. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you first, I am glad that everyone is turned up for this event because this is an amazing fight card that we have coming up this Saturday. A lot of people are saying this is the fight card of the year. The moment that this fight card was announced, people said this is the fight card of the year. And you know you can never go wrong with a name like the Mexican Monster Killer. You know, you hear David Benavidez, you know you're going to get a good fight. And then on top of that, and then on top of David Benavidez, then we're talking about Devin Haney. And this should be the official return to Devin Haney. So let's just say this Saturday, November the 22nd, ladies and gentlemen, may I speak for all boxing fans and even Devin Haney fans right now. This Saturday is the official comeback of Devin Haney. And I think this feels real good for Devin Haney fans, die-hard fans, his hardest fans, most dedicated fans. Yes, he's going to show everybody what he's working with. And the talks back and forth between these two young men, Eddie Flowers, has been nothing but entertaining. No matter which side of the conversation that you are on, but it's been very, very interesting. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. That I paid attention, that I've grown to like. Yo, I love to hear Junior talk. Listening to this guy talk, I never really paid attention to Brian Norman Jr. when he speaks. I mean, but since this fight and leading up to this fight. I love the way he's been talking. I like the way he talk, man. And I'm gonna say this, yo. When you and I might sound like an old soul when I say this, smash the like button as you come in. But here's the thing, man. When you hear a die-hard country man, country boy talk, I love hearing people from the South talk, real South people. You know, and then whatever it is that they talking about, that they into. Damn it, they mean it. And Junior, he talks like an old soul. You know what I mean? You pay attention to his delivery and the way and the things that he's saying. Man, he talks like an old soul, and he sounds very confident, in my honest opinion. He sounds very, very confident. And the thing about this fight, and this fight card, because all 4 matches are dope. But we stuck right now on Haney and Brian Norman Jr. But the rest of the fights is going to get their love, of course. But see, Devin Haney brings so much attention because no one was happy with the Ramirez show. You know, no one was happy with the Devin Haney that showed up that night. No one was happy. So now diehard Devin Haney fans and boxing fans really get to see or have some satisfaction coming from Devin Haney as far as his performance, because a lot of people was down on the young man, you know, and some people still down on him. Some people they haven't gotten over the Ramirez show, you know, so they not buying it, even though he sounds more confident and he looks much better now than he did when he was preparing for the Ramirez fight. Some people just simply not buying it, and that's interesting. So, hey man, you can say what you want, you can break it down as many ways as you can, but come fight night, it's gonna be a show. And my final thoughts on it, and here we go. So, yeah, Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr. But what I'm gonna do before I actually talk about those two, I'm gonna just go ahead and go through the other three bouts respectfully, all right? And because you know Haney and Norman Jr. are getting all the attention as far as this fight card. Other than that, they haven't really been talking about the rest of the bouts. Now you hear people talk about Abdullah Mason and Sam Noakes because a lot of people are saying this is a test for the young Abdullah Mason. This is a real test. You know, out of the test that he has passed, and he has passed in a beautiful way. They saying this test is going to be the test of all tests for the young Abdullah Mason. And this man is going for his first title. He's going for his first title. So I don't expect it to be easy. But I expect what I'm expecting from Abdullah Mason. And that's nothing but an amazing job. Now, Sam Noakes, dangerous. Every fighter is dangerous in the sport, people, because everybody has a puncher's chance. It's just sometimes a puncher's chance come from a person that don't need that chance from a natural puncher, you know, but every fighter has a puncher's chance. So that's what we always looking for. That's what we always looking out for. So they saying Sam Noakes, who can punch? Now the young Abdullah Mason, ladies and gentlemen, respectfully has faced guys that can punch. You can't say that about a lot of guys because we have fighters that have not fully been tested. I mean, you have fighters that hasn't been tested in any type of way. And this young phenom with Abdullah Mason, who I feel as though it's going to be one of the future faces of the sport of boxing of his generation. I don't see this man's career being anything less than great. So whatever Abdullah puts his mind to, Mr. Mason can pull it off. You know what I mean? So that's very important. Now we got Bam Rodriguez on this card too. I don't know if you guys know much about his opponent, but you know what to expect from Bam Rodriguez. All right, we know what to expect from Bam Rodriguez, but I wonder what Bam is going to do after this fight, win, lose, or draw. What's next for Bam? Because to be honest with you, I'm not interested in Bam fighting too many guys outside of us. I definitely want to see him and Monster anyway get at it, but as you can see, that won't happen because of the weight classes or whatever the case may be. But Bam is coming to do his thing. He's gonna go in, and what do I expect Bam to do to his opponent? The same thing he's been doing to his other opponents. Just get in the ring and go out, win, kill at will. So yes, that's how I feel about Mr. Bam Rodriguez. Now going back to Abdullah Mason. Like I said, this young phenom and Sam Noakes. Now, rightfully, well, I'm gonna say in my opinion, my honest opinion, Abdullah Mason is successful and his first shot at a title. Man, it's gonna be something. It's definitely gonna be something. I can't wait to see it. But how do I expect the Sam Noakes fight to pan out? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? I'm not expecting Well, let's say you can always be looking for a knockout, right? You can always be looking for a knockout. But I don't know if that's necessarily going to take place with Abdullah Mason. But one thing I learned about this young man with Abdullah Mason, if you planning on getting him out of there, it's not a good plan. Did y'all hear what I said? If you planning on getting Abdullah Mason out of there, that's not a good plan. With this young man with the skill set, the athleticism, the IQ and ability and things that he possessed, you can't go in there straight planning to take this kid out of here. You know, and some people feel as though that Abdullah Mason may be what you call chinny. I'm pretty sure y'all heard the term before, chinny. Meaning that they're not good with taking punches or whatever the case may be. But I beg to differ, because if you can take a shot and you can get up from it and continue to perform and turn around the tides, which a lot of fighters are not able to do, that says a lot about this fighter. And a lot of fighters don't know how to adjust. They can't face certain adversity when in the ring. And a couple of people that already gave up on that Abdullah Mason, saying that it was too early for him to get knocked down in his career. So if he's getting knocked down early in his career by so far opposition, that he has no chance. And he stands a chance. He doesn't stand a chance with being successful against fighters who are, skilled and those type of things. This is what they saying about Abdullah Mason. Now, I totally disagree. Because the whole thing is, some people's gonna be able to take a punch. Some people's not gonna be able to take a punch. But what would you respect more? What do you respect more as a fight fan out of a fighter? One who could take a punch and get up, face adversity, and turn around the tides, or a guy who's just not good at all and he can't do a damn thing right. Cam, what's going on, Cam? Salute to you, man. Salute to you. I'm up here doing my thing. I'm trying to be professional. I'm gonna try not to cuss. And I ain't no, like the Heavy D song, no cuss. But I think it's gonna be dope with Abdullah Mason, and I expect this young man to go out and do what he's been doing, and that's been showing the people that he's the best, and he belongs in the sport of boxing, and he will be there and be in anywhere that he wants to be. And I'm really excited about this young man. So to see him going for his first title, salute to Abdullah Mason. He put in some work, and I think he's been doing it the right way. To be honest with you, I think he's been doing it the right way because of the fact that you have people coming in the business and being fast tracked. I'm not a person that's a fan of prospects fighting for belts, no matter if they're successful or not. What's going on? Huh? I think so. Yeah, Jimmy here. They're having some type of event today. So I really think he's amazing. Yes, Cam said my dog Abdullah stepping heavy said yes, and he can. I really do agree with you, Cam. Listen, one thing about me, fighters that I'm really confident about, I don't say too much. I just speak on them in grace, because they speak with their hands. Because no matter how much we shout and pout and say fly good words about these fighters, they still have to go in the ring and perform. So I don't say but much, because at the end of the day, that fighter is the one that got to go in the ring and stand on everything that he said. Us as boxing fans, the only thing we have to do is be right about our prediction, our breakdown, and about who we picking to win the fight. That's it. That's an open and shut case for me. So when it comes to Abdullah Mason, he's an open and shut case for me because it's not too far of a conversation you're going to have with me about Abdullah Mason because he's half amazing and he's coming in the ring, guns blazing. This young man showed us that he has a little bit of everything that you need in your toolbox, you know, to be a successful boxer. Now, some people say you can't take a chin, just take a punch. Just because a person gets knocked down, it doesn't necessarily mean that he can't take a punch. You know, it's what the chin and the heart is two different things. A guy maybe can get punched, right? He may fall down. He may be able to get back up because it's not that serious. But then it's the heart. Does he have enough heart, enough courage to carry on? And I think a lot of times with the knockdowns, besides these guys actually being hurt and going around Walt Disneyland, I think a lot of times it's about their courage. You know what I mean? And they figured, man, do I want to go through this again? Do you know the mindset of a fighter when he get knocked down? If you've never been dropped in your life, then you shouldn't be critical about the situation unless you've been in the situation. But a lot of people that's talking the science of boxing haven't even experienced a quarter of these things that these fighters have to endure, even from just the sparring level. We have people that talk in sport that never had a fist fight in their life. They just have verbal conversations. Cam said they ain't say that about Anyway, and we see Anyway by 3 of his ops in the last year. Exactly. I'm glad you said that, Cam. I'm glad you said that because you give me something to run on. You know what I mean? Because I need a new rant to run on. You know what I mean? I need a new rant to run on. So you always give me gems, and I appreciate that. And let's talk about that. If Monster Anyway be getting dropped in not one time, has anyone said Monster Anyway is chinny? And I'm glad my nephew, my cousin right there, my bro, Cam Network told me that because y'all know me. You give me something to go on, I'm going to go on it. So all Monster Anyway fans, here's your fair warning. Because when we get to talking about Anyway, I'm going to let everybody know y'all pump faking and you hating on your own kind.
It's Mr. Mason.
Okay, thank you. Yep. Yeah, man. But yeah, they never said that he was chinny. You know, they had their picks. I mean, was Tommy Hearns chinny? Tommy Hearns used to get dropped now. You know, Tommy Hearns is chinny. But like I said, there's a difference between the chin and your heart. So it's your courage that gets you back up unless you really hurt. Now, if you really rocked out and they really rocked your cranium, then that's something different. But we've seen guys get knocked down, and you can tell they was thinking about anticipating, you know, what to do when they get up. You know what I mean? So, hey, it is what it is. But some fighters have a good chin and they have good courage, you know. So shout out to Abdullah Mason because he showed courage in each time that he got put down and he got right up and got right up out of there. But Monster Anyway go through the same thing and he been through it a little more, and he goes through it more often than Abdullah Mason. He goes through it more than Abdullah Mason, and that's crazy. And like Cam said, nobody never really talk about it. I may have heard one person say something one time. Say something one time about that situation. They already putting double standards on Abdullah, and he ain't even champ yet. Abdullah going to get the same hate like Tank the Boots. Yes, Cam. And that's why we have a new what you would call a new alliance. We have a new alliance right now. And hey, some people think Cafu was going to beat Van Rodriguez, but I don't think so. But we going back to this, and we'll get back to that in just a second. And yes, I'm gonna come up with a new name for you know, the most hated guys in the sport of boxing, you know, Tank Boots, you know, those type of guys. But yes, it's a double standard, and I think Abdullah Mason has that he has that charisma that I think that the sport of boxing overall would appreciate. He's a well-spoken young man. He don't speak too much, you know what I mean, but he gives you enough to think about. All right, and that's what I like about him. Well-mannered, well-mannered. Not trying to go ahead and do a switcheroo and change up his energy like Devin Haney. You know, they was talking about Devin Haney, and the thing is, a lot of people don't feel as though Devin Haney is being who Devin Haney is. And I can agree with that. You know, especially from, you know, the persona that was put on us, you know, about him. You know, when he first came out, well, very humble, very well spoken. You know, don't say much. You know, don't really talk with a bad tongue. You know, but now look at it. And like I was saying, the kid don't even sound right. Doesn't even sound right. You know how somebody singing a song, and the song that they singing ain't the song for them to sing. Not the fact that they can't sing, it's just this certain song don't work well with them singing. And when it comes to Devin Haney he cussing and stuff, it don't work good for him. You know what I mean? It don't work good for Devin Haney. You know what I mean? So you just gotta be you. But we going to see. But Abdullah Mason is definitely a champion, a phenom in the making. And it doesn't matter what Sam Noakes brings to the table Saturday. There's no doubt in my left brain, in my left side, or my right side of my brain that Abdullah Mason would not come out victorious. I'm not worrying about that. I'm not looking over Sam Noakes either. But it's not me who has to handle the business. It's Abdullah Mason. And even for the sake of Abdullah Mason, I won't overlook an opponent because I feel as though how skilled that he is. You know, don't overlook nobody. Who am I to overlook an opponent for? They going? I don't know. Yep, there you go. But anyway, yeah, y'all, we smashed the like button that you come on there this morning. It's Fight Week, and I'm just giving my final words, my final thoughts, and then I'm just going to listen to everybody for the rest of the week. Get their final words and their final thoughts. So I just wanted to give y'all my final words and final thoughts on all 4 matchups. Now I'm bouncing around with it because it's 4 bouts, and we got to give the main event some respect. Not that we're not giving it respect. We just not giving it that much respect because this matchup, I mean, Devin Haney and Brian Norman just took all the attention. There's nothing wrong with that. But hey, let's talk about that for a minute. What do you expect in the main event? You have some David Benavidez haters that feel as though that Anthony Yard will go out there this Saturday and pull off a big upset against the Mexican monster killer. Salute to Uncle Cass Sports in the building. What's up, Uncle? How you doing? Glad to have you in here. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to Uncle Cass Sports 5 days a week, 2 p.m.
It was a whole lot. Motherfucker. God damn his ass.
Oh man. Hey, you know what, Stan? You know what? I'm about to make your day, homie. Hold on. Matter of fact. No. You know what? I'm gonna finish up. Here you go. You know what's that? You don't got to know. Here you go. Man, give me $3. Let's see me $3. Yeah, that's my door. That's my first time trying this cheesesteak. Huh? Oh, well, it's cheesesteak puts over there by steak. So I just got some sweet peppercorn, which is pretty good. And the meat, the quality of the meat is stupendous. Yeah, don't worry about it, man. Yeah, check that thing out, because I'm going to just go eat me some breakfast. I ain't got to go back, take that back to warm it up. So, yeah, Check that out. Hey, y'all, I just had to bless my man with a Joey Molino cheesesteak. Yeah. You know the monster Joey Molino? Y'all know the monster Joey Molino? Well, he has a cheesesteak place in Philadelphia. And I know y'all saying, man, yeah, why y'all always turning around and got these new cheesesteak spots? Yeah, y'all. So yeah, we got another cheesesteak spot in Philly by the legendary monster Joey Molino. And it was pretty good. But back to talking boxing. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go again. Okay, Uncle Cat said amazing show yesterday. Yeah, I seen it. I did see it. I just didn't sign in the attendance sheet, but I seen it. I get it, Mr. Denise. Don't worry about it. We're dealing with it. But yeah, it was an amazing show. Hopefully everybody that don't know much about Emil Griffin and Benny Parent, that they enjoyed the cook, right? But getting back to boxing, so with David Benavidez and Anthony Yard. Now, you know my diehard David Benavidez fans that tell you in the New York segment that Anthony Yard doesn't have a chance against the Mexican monster killer. And some people say he doesn't. But I tell you what, I like Anthony Yard. Miss Denise, good morning. Here's the sheet for today's event. Okay, 1 second. Yep, take your time. Jimmy just dropped this off to me a few minutes ago because he's already here. Yeah. Yeah, he came through the door and said, I got the event. I said, well, I know I wasn't worried about you coming in here bothering me. I don't know. But see, I'm always on point. You know what I mean? Shoot, I'm always on point. Then, you know, I'm up to percolating around this time anyway. You never know. Let me move this out your way, Mr. Denise. But yeah, that's gonna be a great fight, man. But I like Anthony Yard. I like him, but I don't like him to win. I don't think he's gonna pull up the upset against the Mexican monster killer who's on a mission. Okay, thank you. I'll get one in a few minutes. You know how people was on their missions? You know what they saying? David Benavidez is on a mission. I think he's such a great talent, you know, at 175, and he's doing pretty good things. So yeah, that's gonna be a dope fight. Now I don't expect that fight to go the distance, but if it does, that's great. But we know that both of these guys are going for the knockout. We know that Yard is going to try to come in there and really, you know, take the show and see he can do something that no one has been successful in doing lately against David Benavidez. But hey, we should see. And David Benavidez, who I respect a whole lot, he had a lot of good things to say about his opponent. Didn't talk down on him. And he just basically kept it on what he needs to do. And, you know, come Saturday night, that soft-spoken, you know, that politically correct talk goes out the door. Right. You say we need more DBs in the sport, more defensive backs in the sports. Say more defensive backs in the sport. Yeah, man. Yeah. I got Yard gas tank being the main reason he's losing. Yes, and see the people that's been talking about Anthony Yard possibly pulling off this win, they were saying that they had to worry about David Benavidez gas tank. And I'm like, no, the Dave gas tank is pretty much fine, but we do know, for those who really know, going to be honest, right? We do know that Yard have a shortage in his gas tank, which is a great point, Uncle Cass. And he better not go out there and try to shoot his load and blow his load going against Benavidez, who he's gonna be there from round 1 all the way up to the end. And David Benavidez has good conditioning for a guy his size and everything. He has good conditioning, so he's always ready to go. So the thing is, Anthony Yard and his team will have to take the most logical, strategic approach to this fight if they want to have a chance or even being successful with pulling off what we consider an upset win against David Benavidez. This is the scenario right now. You could picture it, you could paint it another way, but I don't know, it still might come out the same. It is what it is. But I say to you make your choice about it. But I think the more that Anthony Yard goes out there and get busy, the more that he opens himself when he's trying to be successful against David Benavidez, the more he's making himself vulnerable to get put on his ass bag, and hopefully he got butt cheeks insurance. I'm just saying. But hey, could Yard hit him with a nice punch that will be very uncomfortable for him? Because we know every fighter can get hurt in a fight. Hey, just because you never seen a guy dazed or stung anything doesn't mean that he don't feel any pain. He might just be more number to the pain than the next fighter, the fighter to his left or to his right. Boxing Wiz, Abdullah Benavidez, yes, Boxing Wiz, and I'm talking about the fight. Give my final thoughts, the clean cut version. I'm going for radio, y'all. I'm going for radio. I think the mass media need some of us great content creators in those spots. So we trying to clean up our act a little bit so we can take these spots. Facts, you say facts, nephew. I never seen Benavidez. Yeah, he's such a good fighter. I like David Benavidez, man. I like him, and he's going to be a hard guy to beat. Going to be a hard guy to beat. And, when any fighter really locks into the mission, the task at hand, I think every fighter is going to go out there and put out their best job. Win, lose, or draw, because that's what you're supposed to do. You got a plan, you go out there, you put it together, you get in that ring, and you do it to the best of your ability and see what happens from there. But you have fighters that don't even go into the ring with a fight plan, or they just blow it up. Just say, F it. Forget it. Hey, what's going on? How you doing, love? All right, listen, while driving home from work, oh, well, you know me. Well, I've always been a little jealous of you because you be leaving work an hour before me. But, this is my love right there. So, yeah, enjoy your safe ride home and glad that you listening. Everybody smash the like button and let them know that you're rocking out with coffee and donuts for grown-ups with the Mickey Freaking Legend, the host with the most episode. You know what I mean? This is the EMCC version of the host with the most. Ash, my niece, what's going on? Yes, I'm having a great one. I checked out your shorts. Great job, Ash. Keep doing your thing. One of the original female teachers of this boxing ish. Y'all make sure if you're not subbed to Ashley's Corner, stay out of my corner and go over to Ashley's Corner and subscribe, and then you come back around the corner and you let your man know that you tuned in and you're rocking with some of the best that will ever talk this boxing. Now, shout out to Ashley's Corner. Been doing that thing for a minute. The original first lady of boxing talk, no matter what sector you come from, in my honest opinion. But man, this fight, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I can't wait for this fight card, and I expect nothing but greatness from all 8 men that's involved in this fight. For the champion, for the ones who's defending their titles, for the ones who's going for one for the very first time, it's going to be a hit. It should be a hit, and a lot of people is going to be getting hit. It's going to be a lot of punches thrown this Saturday. This Saturday, when you got David Benavidez, Bam Rodriguez, Abdullah Mason. This is no disrespect to Devin Haney, but I would say him last. But it's when you got those 3 dudes, you know how they get down. You know how they get down in the ring. The reason why I say that because we supposedly already know what Dev is doing, but like I said at the beginning of this show, that this is the official comeback for Devin Haney, because what he did. That fist of fury was not acceptable. So I mean, hey, it's a hell of a task because actually coming from that performance with Ramirez and then going in there with Brian Norman Jr., I like that. But to be honest with y'all, I'm gonna say this. What was Devin Haney? What did y'all expect Devin Haney to do? Let's just talk about that for a second. Let's just think about this for a second. What did we expect him to do? Yes, it is. What did we expect him to do? Because for real, after that Ramirez show, come on. Who the hell could he got in the ring with? He wasn't going, that was unacceptable. So he needed to get in the ring with Brian Norman Jr. Because as far as everything else at 147, yeah, we like, all right, yeah, Dev most likely will beat those guys. Or those guys is not as dangerous to Devin Haney. Or should I say, they're not as detrimental to Devin Haney as well as much as Brian Norman Jr. And when my honest opinion, 147 right now, one of the lightest in the ass weight class when it comes to opposition. It's not that 147 that we was just enjoying just a couple years back. It's nothing like that, and that's why I feel as though that whoever is the guy right now in that 147, don't spend too much time down there if you don't have to do it. If you don't have to do it, if you making weight, stay there, do a little more. But if you can go up there and move on out of there, get up on out of there. Because at the end of the day, you have diehard boxing fans like myself, Cam, Boxing Wiz, Ashley Corner, Uncle Cass, and the list goes on. That's going to be looking at these fights and looking at you with a bird's eye view, with a magnifying glass, with a microscope, with a telescope. So you got to be careful what you put out there because we're watching, and we're going to give our POVs on it, and it may not be the most friendly type of POV that you may want to hear, and that's just what it is. Let me read what Unc said. He said, if Devin wanted big money to fight, he had no choice but to fight B Norm. Turkey not paying you millions to fight a bum. He wanted to see action. Devin gonna have to provide some action in this one. Oh yeah. And what I'm saying, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. And for all the diehard Devin Haney fans in here, the real ones, the Jehovah's Witness version of Devin Haney fans, the ones that go overboard. Salute to y'all. But I tell y'all this. Devin Haney this Saturday, get in that ring and get his behind handed to him. What y'all gonna say? Now, I already know, and I'm not the only one that know, we all know, everybody that's in attendance right now already know what the Devin Haney diehards is going to do. They already got their excuses. If Devin Haney lose this fight to Brian Norman Jr., or should I say in the style that he lose to Brian Norman Jr. We already know they're gonna be under suspicion. Oh, he had to take something. He had to take something to beat Dev. Because of certain fighters and they antics or whatever, some Devin Haney fans feel as though that the only way you could beat him if you cheat. He ain't that damn good that you gotta cheat to beat him. Y'all tripping. He ain't that damn good. He's good, but you got to cheat. No. Okay? Brian Garcia just gave y'all idiots something to ride on. That's all that is. And still no Oscarine didn't have nothing to do with Devin Haney not keeping that phone booth up and protecting his damn chin. Y'all keep talking about he cheated, but y'all don't talk about the wrong fight plan that Devin Haney had. Ryan Garcia did not cheat. Did Ryan Garcia win the damn bout? No, he didn't. So he didn't cheat. And Osterman didn't have nothing to do with his performance. And Ryan Garcia, that wasn't the best performance by Ryan Garcia. So y'all sound stupid. Y'all keep talking about, oh, he cheated, and that wasn't even the best looking version of this man. So how can somebody use pads and steroids, but you can see they ain't the best version of them? So if Ryan Garcia didn't cheat, was really focused for Tank Davis, but then, you know, not so focused with Devin Haney, but say, well, since I ain't really get focused with Devin Haney, I'm gonna have to cheat. You look at the goddamn performance from, yeah, you know, because the Devin Haney fans, look at this, man, Tank ain't all that good. See, Tank didn't have Dev Worth. Yeah, that's right. You know, yeah. Ryan Garcia, he was clean when he went in for Tank. See, y'all be talking this mess out of y'all mouths and y'all forget what y'all be saying out y'all mouths. Don't y'all forget this is the internet. Don't you know that everything will be used against you in a court of a damn lie? Because a lot of these things that you say on your mouth and say out your mouth, people can run it back. Just like I know everything that I say, you can run it back. And that's why you gonna be, oh yeah, he's solid. He's solid. What are y'all talking about? Cam said Kell Brook beat out American when he was on Osterman. Devin Haney's fans salty at the fact that Ryan was drinking and smoking the whole camp, not taking Devin serious and still whooping his ass. And that's why those were the days. That's why it's the dumbest thing. And every time the Devin Haney fans keep coming out crying, Hatene, keep on saying, he cheated. That's all I hear they say to this damn every second that I'm talking to you guys this morning. Smash my like button, if you will. And they still be talking about it. He cheated. And then when you have people in the field study of biology and things like that, you had science. People who are invested in science tell you idiots, you dev disciples, that scientifically, biologically, Osterman did not play a part in what Ryan Garcia was successful against Devin Haney. These fools was trying to tell people who study this shit that they don't know what they talking about. Gonna tell somebody they don't know what they talking about in a field that they study, professing, and you don't know a damn thing about. That's just like you trying to tell me about my mama. You don't know my damn mama. How you gonna tell me about my mama? You don't know my mama. So this brings me to the conclusion of it's the best thing for Devin Haney is to win this fight. Because if Devin Haney lose this fight Saturday to Brian Norman Jr., and especially in the fashion that most people say that, some people say, well, the only chance that Brian has is to knock him out. Well, his chances of knocking him out ain't too damn far. But still, thank you, Ashley, but still they was complaining the whole damn time. So because they came up with this thing, Dev the Invisible, nobody can beat Dev. He can't be cut. He can't be scarred. He can't be bruised. They really just thought that this dude was invincible, the unbeatable dragon. And I don't know, there's nothing in his skill set that shows that he's this level of guy. And this is all with respect that I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all wanted every other boxing fan to feel the same way that y'all meat gazing behinds feel about Devin Haney. We ain't gonna feel the same way about the same person. You may be in love with her. Maybe I just like her. You know what I mean? You wanted to wipe up. Maybe I just wanted her for right now. What are y'all talking about? Y'all killing me softly with this nonsense. Smash my like button, ladies and gentlemen, please, please, please. Oh, honey, please. Don't go. Don't go away from me with the reality. Bring your ass back right here. And here's the thing, Devin Haney fans, and everyone else that's listening. Listen, when a fighter keep on saying the same exact thing out their mouth about what's going on with them, that means that thing that they keep on repeating, they are worried. This guy talking about, oh yeah, now I'm more to my natural weight, my power, my punch resistance. What do that sound like? Oh, my punch resistance. Oh, well, I would never get knocked on my ass bag again. My punch resistance is going to be so damn great this time. But he's talking like his punch resistance was bad. No, your punch resistance got exposed when you fought Ryan Garcia. Because before then, y'all showed me or tell me a fight that with Devin Haney's goddamn punch resistance was at question. We seen him, get popped here and there, but you never seen the dudes jump on him and finish him off. Yes, they some nervous efforts on. Think of why they got beaten over during the taste of 18 weeks instead of, and they're not talking about that. Devin Haney fans, y'all not even talking about that. How about that? How about that? Weak ass Linares, when the Linares hit fucking down, Linares was already bombed out and depleted. Well, one fight made you focus on how well you can take a damn punch. And he's been worrying about his damn power. Something that he don't have. He don't have no damn punching power. He's not a knockout artist. He's not one of those punchers, and he ain't gonna turn into one of those punchers. Damn idiot. He probably would have a little more, he'd have a better knockout ratio if he knew how to turn his damn punches over. Y'all call this dude elite. If he knew how to turn his punches and sit on his power, maybe he would have a little more. Yeah, he always asked, how was my power? How was my power? What? How was your power? You can look at me and tell how was your power. Why you gonna ask me how was your power? Don't you see me? Didn't you just get finished fighting me? So why would you ask me a dumb question when I'm standing right in front of you? You can see that your power didn't bother me at all. You can see clearly that your power didn't bother me at all. So why would you have to ask, how about power? You ain't got no power. And I'm going to tell y'all something, and I've been told you, Devin Haney fans, long time ago. That dude is going to wind up getting knocked out because he's worrying about something that he don't have. And he thinks that what he's working with is not enough for him to still remain on a winning streak. Now, how many times has Devin Haney been tested? Devin Haney fans with Devin Haney fans in the building? Any Devin Haney fans in the building? We all at. Somebody go find me a Devin Haney representative. Matter of fact, later on today, throughout the day, I will go find one my damn self, and I will go talk to one that's going to actually be honest. I will go have to ask Dub Whiteside. At least I get a true answer out of Dub Whiteside. There ain't too many people I can go to and ask about Devin Haney because the way they feel about Lord Haney. Man, Lord, man, y'all better get on out of here with that goofy stuff, okay? Get on up out of that goofy stuff. Devin never had punch resisted. He was just bigger on fight night than exactly. And Ash, if I'm not mistaken, you one of the very first, one of the very few first people that didn't already, then scoped it, then smoked him out. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? Devin Haney been smoked out. He been smoked out. And what I mean by that, somebody already smoked him out and already know what he working with. Listen, when the starts of these guys' names and things like that, there was some whispers that was going on about, hey, yo, that boy ain't like that. That boy ain't like that. Yeah, Ash, no need to say you appreciate it. I keep it real. I keep it real. You know what I mean? These cats don't be keeping it real. They ain't original. I know who's the originators on here. Ain't I'm original? Yeah, man, come on. What are we talking about? But, come on. And I'm telling you, this kid is not going to be able to take a legit loss very well. He's not going to be able to take it very well. He's not going to be able to take it very well at all. So we can't wait to see. Doug won't be real on it either. All the Haney fans on some Ray Charles timing. Listen, man, and people been trying to tell people, hey, man, hey, I think you putting a little too much sauce on the board, Devin Haney. I think y'all need to look at him a little closer. I hear what you said, but I disagree with you. I don't think he's the better skilled guy out of Shakur and Tank. I think both of them are better than Dev. Some people have been saying this for a long time. There's a lot of casuals who have said that. Nah, he ain't all like that. They try to make you more than what he is. Yep. Yeah. And I like how they rap it. And he plastic rap it too.
Like fish.
Yep. You know what I mean?
This back in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Type of shit.
And then you see
soul food wrestling.
You see how the rapper is like the newspaper?
That's on the time.
Yeah.
It's like the 50s and 60s and soul food restaurant.
Yep.
They not trying to find out that bullshit paper.
No, they wrap that shit up in the newspaper.
Right.
Newspaper went a long way. Hey, newspaper is multi-purpose, people, real quick.
Yup.
Multi-purpose. Multi-purpose. Motherfucker said, it's like to it. Wipe their ass with it. They ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah, but let me see. Devin fans going to be jumping off the building. Devin get what? Yo, listen. For Devin Haney diehard fans' sake and for his father's sake, this boy better not get. For Devin Haney's sake, he better not get knocked out. He better not get knocked out. But I think before his career over, I ain't gonna say it's gonna happen Saturday night. But Devin Haney fans, diehard Devin Haney fans, I'm not just saying Devin Haney will take a loss, but Devin Haney, before his career is over, he's going to get knocked the F out. And I like him. But he's going to get knocked the F out. And it might happen this Saturday. It definitely might happen this Saturday. Now, let's see, he talking about, I'm going to stop Brian Norman. You can't stop nobody. Last time he stopped somebody, when the stop sign was invented, that's the last time he stopped somebody. Last time he stopped somebody when the girl said, oh, you can't run the red light. We ain't gonna see him on YouTube, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be the world's greatest troll. I'm gonna have their emails and all that. I'm gonna be popping up at their jobs and whatnot. You know, you be having the banners go across the sky. You know, we got the blimp. Yeah, you got the blimp, you got the banner on here. I'm flying the banners and the blimp and all that right over their goddamn house. Yo, we got my guy in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure if you ain't doing that with y'all tired asses, make sure at 4 p.m. you go check out your favorite content creator. And that's my bro, my guy, Just Do Boxing in the building. Always good to see Just Do. I'm just giving this fight card my final due. Just talking about what I really expect to happen in all these fights. And right now we talking about the main ingredient, the main problem, the main thing that everybody's waiting on to see. Amazing fight card, amazing matchups, but we all here. We all want to see what's going to happen with Devin Haney. Because that Ramirez thing ain't flying with me. So he going to have to show me something different. Huh. People, look at Dev. He got muscles, this, that, and other. Dev look like he on some damn juice or something. Sip the juice. I got enough to go around. Y'all can play if y'all want to. So you got to go live before Saturday. You got to find a good time. I think, what's the day? Tuesday, Ash? I say go live Thursday. Go live Thursday. Probably do it live like around. Let me see where it's times where it's not too much going on and everybody's going to be there. I think if you could do like a early afternoon, like how Dude did his show yesterday, like a couple hours early, like if you pop on like around a 2 or 3 o'clock, I think that'd be Thursday would be a great time because it's not really that much going on Thursday, but it's fight week, so we will ignore everything else. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about nothing. Even the football fans, you know, it's football season. We like football, but hey, when we got a fight card that everybody's going to tune in and watch, hey, that's what's happening. That's the hottest thing on the block right now. That's correct. Yeah. So Thursday will be good, Ash. I think it'll really be good. Now, what type of challenge do y'all think that Kafu is going to be able to put up against Bam Rodriguez? Kafu, I'm chopping his name up. Kafu. I know it ain't Kung Fu, but it's C-A-F-U. See how that sound when you spell it out, C-A-F-U? Hey, that don't even sound right. Sound like you say, hey, see what I'm saying? Hey, F you. That's what it sounds like. Oh, you can use it that way. But Thursday around early mid-afternoon or something, or probably do it like at lunchtime, Ash. Yeah, that'd be dope. Like a 12 or 1 o'clock your lunch hours. I think that'd be good Thursday. Not really too much going on around the hours of lunch. Because more so everybody that's popping, they either coming on right before lunch or after lunch hours. Fernando Martinez, Bam beat Kafu in his last fight. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's fighting Martinez. That's right. Well, that's right. You know what, Cam? I forgot about that. Oh, well, he beating Martinez ass. Okay. Martinez. See, no. I'm not pooping on Martinez, but Martinez is going to get finagled. You know what I said, Cam? I said Martinez is going to get finagled. He's going to get mangled. Yeah, that's how I feel about that fight. But hey, wishing Fernando Martinez the best. And all his fans, I wish y'all the best. But if I was y'all, would not put money line on him until somebody shows me enough, or even just an evidence that they got something to reckon with when it comes to Bam Rodriguez. That'd be a day when I want to see that, but right now I don't see anyone down in those little weights beating Bam Rodriguez right now. I could be wrong, but I wish Bam move up and go beat up Monster Inoue, but Monster Inoue has his day coming. He has his day coming. Yeah, I still got Bam stepping on him. Martinez is gonna come to Rumble like he ain't sweet. He's not sweet, but man, Bam comes to step. I like that about Bam Rodriguez. And I think all these fights is going to be good. Could we get a main card full of stoppages? That would be nice. What if all 4 cards for the main event all end with a stoppage or a KO? Okay. Now let's play this game real quick, if y'all don't mind. I'm gonna play a game with y'all real quick. Let's just say that this Saturday, none of these fights is going to the final bell. Hear me out. Hear this question out. What if all 4 fights is not making it to the final bell? Which ones you think? Which one out of the 4 fights will probably be a stoppage? And which ones out of the 4 would be a straight up, mama said knock you out? 10 count or no 10 count? Just knock the F out. That's what I want to know. Can y'all give me a prediction on how it will go out? Would it be technical stoppage or somebody just getting stopped? You know what I mean? Somebody getting their air supply cut the F off. Like, okay, I started off with beginners. Let's say all 4, and it's possible. Like Camden is, y'all see that? Y'all see that? I'm gonna leave that right there since I'm talking about this, and before we close out, let you guys go. Damn. I think Mason fight. See Mason TKO. I think it go 2 and 2. I think it could be 2 TKOs and 2 stoppages. All right, so let's just say Abdullah and Mason and probably Bam Rodriguez fight. But I think Dev is going. If it's going to be a knockout, if it's going to be an ending to that Dev and Norman Jr. fight, somebody getting stopped. Yeah, I see Yard getting stopped technically, and I see Nose getting technically stopped by Mason, and I can see Bam really parking ball, and yo, hey, I'm gonna keep it real. I see Brian Norman Jr. knocking Devin Haney cold out. The only way it'll be a stoppage is Bill get the bitching and crying, because let's just say, you know, Junior get on his ass. It's possible, y'all. This old country boy get on his ass. He get on his ass and doing country style now. Country style, bro. Backwood country doing dirty. You hear me?
They can box.
They can box. Listen,
wow.
Listen, one thing about that I told y'all at the beginning of this video, when I hear athletes, no matter what sport it is, and they're a straight Southern boy, country boy, they always wind up being some bad pajamas. But they be talking like they're country for real. Oh, you know they talented than a motherfucker. I mean, just look at all the country boys in the history of boxing. They have a straight clean your clock. Country boys, they real strong, you know. Yes. So yes, I see Yard being the technical stoppage, and I see Mason probably getting the technical stoppage. But I think Bam straight taking out Martinez, and Devin Haney can probably get straight and taken out by Brian Norman Jr. Either way, this Saturday, I can't wait for the aftermath. Y'all know me. I know you from the, hey, Ash, I'm originally from the country. Let's say my roots is originally from the country. Just, you know, one of the grandmas migrated over to the city. And that's how I got here. But no, I'm not one of those families, and most families did not start in the city. Most of your families started in the South, not coming here on no goddamn made-up goddamn boat that they can't find. I ain't trying to hear none of that nonsense. Y'all know how I'm doing that knowledge thing, you know? Yeah, so you know, when I hear them Southern people talk that real country accent, that deep fried fish country accent, man, you better believe every word that they saying out they damn mouth, because it always made me pay attention to that real deep fried fish Southern talk accent. And you know, these two guys is around the same age, but the way that Senior's been talking, He talking like he's much older than Dev. Think about it. Look at what Junior been saying and what Dev been saying. These two young men is around the same damn age. But you got one who talks like an old soul. These two dudes is the same age, but just peep it. Go pull up a clip right now of Brian Norman Jr. talking about the fight. And then you go pull up a clip of Devin Haney. If you close your eyes and just listen to them, you would not think these dudes is the same age. You're going to think Brian Norman Jr. is much older than Devin Haney. And that's why I'm saying, boy, Lord have mercy. And I said, Lord, that's L-A-W-D. But Lord have mercy, man, boy. Hey, you say he a man with an old spirit. Hey, Ash, he's a southern boy for real. That's he country built for real. Make me, I feel like Tyrone Bixby on a Dave Chappelle joint. You know, I ain't supposed to be around kids. That's how I feel, boy. I'm telling you. And I'm gonna say this one more time before we get up one eye. I let you beautiful people go about your morning. I'm gonna say this, y'all. Y'all know I'm crazy. I know y'all be like, man, somebody go get this man an appointment for a straight jacket. You know, give him a needle, do something to this man. You can do all that, and the crazy truth will always remain real. That's what it's going to be. But man, before I get up on out of here, y'all, I'm just going to say this, man. I'm just going to say this right now. I don't want to hear about, hey, if you start hearing about engagements being called off, people talk about get the divorce papers. When you hear about people taking, went in and put in for a duration time from off work, take leave, this, that, and the other, that's because Devin Haney fans, it's about to be worse than Donald Trump. If Devin Haney gets knocked out this weekend, y'all ain't gonna have to worry about Trump. Devin Haney fans will be worse than Donald Trump if Devin Haney get knocked out this Saturday. I ain't saying what I want to happen to the man. I'm just saying what possibly can happen to this young man. Now, far as straight up boxing wise, I give the man the edge now. But let me tell y'all something. All that just levels to this. Dude, he never showed at any of his fights how many separations, a level there was between him and his opponent. I'm just keeping it real. It's easy to see that something is a separation when a separation was created like that. If you were a tier 2 guy, you on tier 2, but they put you in with a tier 5 guy. What does that tell you? Well, you know he's a tier 5 guy. But look, y'all, that's my bell going off. Everybody, I will see you guys later. Have a good Tuesday, man. But damn, it's going to be a bomb bunny weekend. Everybody hold your money. Hold your money and wait until Thursday.